But for you coming up, you had a good upbringing. You had both your
Yeah,
parents, right?
yeah.
Three other siblings,
Three brothers.
three brothers. And what made you get into basketball? Who was your influence? Was it your parents, your dad, or your brothers?
Well, my dad played too, so he was like, of course, the top of the umbrella for us. But it's like when I had my brothers, when we start playing, I never, cause we was all just competitive as hell. So I was like breaking out of like goo goo gaga.
You the youngest?
No, I was third.
Is that-
I was breaking out of goo goo gaga type vibes. Excuse me, where I'm like, I can understand exactly. Like I was still, what I'm saying, chasing words, certain words I didn't all the way understand, but I got the gist of you explaining to me, no, you can't move that foot. You can't do that. You can't do this. Like we had already been playing. We had the little rims that you could crawl up to and just put your hand in. So we had the basic concept of basketball. But when I couldn't beat my brothers, like, cause they was two, Ari's 3 years older, and then my oldest brother is 7. So it's like, no, he's, yeah, 7. Uh, when he when they excelled and started, like they almost had their own games now.
Mm.
And I'm like trying to get into it. Me losing just bothered me so bad that I had to get good at it. Like I never liked people being able to take advantage of me. So it's like the drive to be able to defend myself in a way was how I got to play basketball. And then it was like I saw how to break people. And I don't know, I enjoyed it. It sounds fucked up.
No, that
It
doesn't
sounds
because
so fucked up. But I love,
my son's trainer told him that the other day. Told me that once he enjoys breaking people down and watching
oh
them,
my
the
God.
crossover, he's going to take it to the next level. He's going to love it. And now hearing you saying it,
I love the feeling of, see, I love completely taking over whatever you got going on. So if your friend, if I see this is your best friend, I can tell by the body language, everything, this is who you look at after every bucket. When I take away that bucket and then I start looking at him,
not looking at the player, but
I'm
looking
no
at your
longer
best friend.
looking at you. I'm talking to your best friend. He
Right.
ain't shit. Him? Him. You came to see him? You finna watch me. And then I come down, score him. He still ain't stopped me. Then they call a timeout. Get your man. Get your man. Before I make it bad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like completely, but it's like I'm scoring on him. He can't score on me. I'm with the theatrics and I've trained harder than you. Like that feeling, that confidence of saying I did more work. I'm way more prepared and there's nothing you can do about it. That when you see the defeat on somebody, it's like proud of your work. You know what I'm saying? It's like that shit wasn't in vain. Like I done put myself through some shit to get here. And it's like seeing that, like that breaking point for somebody that clearly didn't do as much, that's a win. Like it's such a great feeling. Or feeling like people's like the doubt that crowds over you, like staying locked in through that and then winning, that feeling is why so many people play the game. It's a magical feeling of saying, no, this consistency works.
Right.
When everything else is going crazy in my life, the only thing consistent that I have my whole life is basketball.
Basketball.
Music, I picked it up, put it down, fell back from it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get better with that because I want to stay consistent in all things I love. Like seeing Kobe, this shit happen, it's like, I feel like things are in line to say, yo, get everything off your chest. Get your books out. Get your ideas out. Get your dreams. Like, go get them. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. You could be doing everything correct. That man was riding in helicopters to cut down time so that he can get everything done and see his kids and went down with his kid. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you never know. So to hold back to pleasure somebody else's thought and doubt and whatever they want to put on you, to not put it out, that fear, I can't live with it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. So now I gotta do it. Like, I know people probably like, yo, he doing too much. If he would just, you might be right. I could be wrong. Or I could be right. And you could be wrong for not picking something else to do instead of judging me. Maybe you should add something to your shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know who's correct. We just know we're in the now. And in my heart, this is what I've been doing. So I'm going to stick with it. It kept me alive this long. You know what I'm saying? Like, it kept me going. It's helped me to provide for my family. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten my parents out of what they, you know what I'm saying? I got my goals accomplished doing what I'm doing. So I need to keep doing it. And you know what I'm saying? Keep trying to put it out to the world.
Did you feel that way? You went on two high schools, Oak Park High and River Point High School?
No. It's the
Yes.
same thing.
It's the same thing?
So this is two.
So then again, is it two different names? Or
So there's a street that basically separates Oak Park from River Forest, which is basically, I hate to say this, but the Oak Park kids are gonna have the border kids. The River Forest kids, low key, don't respect our brand of suburban. Like, I'm from technically a suburban town, that real suburbs that like got it, because we're like over the border. We were over the border in Oak Park, but we wasn't like killing it in Oak Park. It was like my parents decided to do that to make sure we got everything we need. If we needed to take an L on fashion and whatever, they like, cool. Like, but they gonna stay out of trouble on this side. Like, we even got different set of police.
4 boys. Yeah, you got to raise 4
See what I'm
boys.
saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot different if we grow up in Chicago with more money and we have more access to, we turn out totally different. Like, especially me and Ari, we turn out the whole, that's the 180 you know what I'm saying? I don't want. Like, I'm glad, I'm so thankful for my parents for picking struggle, figure it out, but don't cheat them out of this. Like, get them a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just respect that shit so much. And I know it's so many other parents that are like faced with that decision. Like, we're straight over here, but that school over there, or that, you know what I'm saying, that center over there, or whatever it is over there that benefits the child more, and they just make the move and take the sacrifice, whatever that is, to make sure the child is good. Like, I just respect the hell, especially being a parent now.
Right.
I just respect it. Like, and I see so many parents do it in a different version, where it's like, I didn't have this, I didn't have that for me, so I'm gonna make sure my kid gets it, even if I gotta suffer in the worst way behind closed doors. I gotta cry myself to sleep every night.
Put my dreams aside.
Yes,
Yeah.
this kid's gonna make it. If I gotta swallow my pride, put my dream to the side, and shut everything down right now, and put everything on this kid, my kid's gonna do something. They're gonna get their shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the respect and love that you have for parents when you're, like, now I'm seeing
Now
it.
you
You know what
see
I'm saying? Like, I'm super seeing it. Like, back in the day, I'm like, gee, it don't matter to me, man. Like, we could have lived on, like, we go over there every day anyway. Like, this is where we be every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have stayed at grandma's house. Like, I don't care. I'm over there half the time anyway.